Welcome, Brendan. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, what does fan engagement mean to you?
I guess fan engagement for us is trying to give the public or the fans or the spectators a connection and a lasting memory when they come into the race village. So we're actually, we are very lucky down here in New Zealand to be having an event with spectators. In saying that, it's very much a domestic event. Normally, Auckland would see 2 or 3 cruise ships parked up on a daily basis for 4 months through this period. And right now there is none of that. So we are, the numbers of fans coming through the village are a lot less than they typically would be. So it's a bit more of a challenging job to try and engage the smaller number of people coming through the village than maybe the masses that there would be. So for us, we're trying to ensure that anyone that does come through the race village is touched by experiences that they would not have seen before. New Zealand's had a number of sailing events over the recent, say 10 years, from mainly around the Volvo Ocean Race, and we wanted to try and deliver something that is a little bit different. So we were very lucky to have the support of Prada as the title sponsor for all 3 events, but also is funding the Challenger Record and Luna Rossa as well. So we were able to utilise the Prada engineering office in regards to the village design. So the design of the race village, it's a very narrow race village. If we look at some maps of the village, it's about 1.5 kilometres long, and that means that it takes time to get through there, and also without having to overlay it with too much infrastructure. We need to spread it out, but the design of it was well thought out by the Prada engineering office, and there's some activations that we've put through there, which I guess enabled some of the fans to have those moments, be it photo moments or hands-on moments, that they can go away and tell their friends, so we can bring more people down to the village next week, so to speak. So we've got one example is we have an AC75 simulator, which is the AC75 is a class of boat that's racing down here. And that's a simulator where you can basically jump on. There's 4 seats. There's a couple of VR goggles as well, and there's a helmsman, and the boat itself does move around, with what's on the screen in front of you as well. So that experience there is for all ages, and it's a chance where people who are non-sailors can also get to understand how a yacht works, and what they can see around the race course. And within that same simulator, we've also got a couple of other VR goggles, which are purely just experiences from the Luna Rossa base in Sardinia, where you can put on your goggles for 4 or 5 minutes and just and follow them around for a day at the office, so to speak. There is other structures that we've put in place as well, like 3D photo walls, which are 12 or 30 meters long, where you can take photos with the big AC36 logo in the middle of it and the Auckland skyline in the background. So we have one with the Auckland Sky Tower, and then we have another one with the Auckland Harbour Bridge, so facing both ways. And there is the main stage, which is where we watch all the racing from as well. So that's decked out in a nice big blue carpet, and it's a really popular area during the race days where they will people of all ages can come down and sit down and watch the racing and listen to the commentary and really get a feel for what it's like out on the water as well. So we've got a giant Prada Cup, which is 4 meters high, again, which is a great photo opportunity with a background in it. So those attractions, while some of them are hands-on, some are not so much, it's now to take a moment and take that on to their friends, so they can say, let's get down there next week and have a look at it as well.
Switching focus to look more at the event as a whole and the previous events you've done leading up to the America's Cup, what technology has allowed you to be so successful in running an event of this size?
I guess we're very lucky in this one here, where we've got the host broadcaster is a company that's come out of Europe, or 2 companies that have merged together, and they are able to deliver a broadcast product which is absolutely second to none. And I guess it's on. We can watch the sailing all around the world live streamed through the website, through YouTube, and through the other social media platforms that we have as well. So this is certainly the cutting edge of technology in terms of the graphics and the animations you see on the water, on the screen, which are coming from the water and beamed around the world. So while I'm not intrinsically involved with the broadcast aspect, it certainly is something that's different from, say, a stadia related event, which I've done in the past, be it rugby or football, where you're filming a football match, say, for 90 minutes, whereas this one here, while the length is a lot different, you've also got helicopters out on the water, you've got drones, you've got chase boats. The yachts themselves have got about 11 or 12 cameras on them each. So the number of cameras across this event at any split second is tenfold from a football match. So it's a lot different, and it's awesome to watch the end product.
Bringing it back to the AC36, how have the fans responded to everything that they've been seeing?
The anecdotal feedback we've had from public coming through the village has been really fantastic, and also out on the water. People have seen these boats for the first time, and from a sailing perspective, these AC75s haven't raced before, and now we're seeing them fly at speeds 50 knots that are quite unbelievable to watch, and noisy as well when they fly past it in close proximity. So across the race village, again, some of this infrastructure that we've put in place we haven't really had here before, and the information that we're passing on as well to the fans as they walk through. We are certainly a sustainable event, so we haven't got paper handouts, but we've got signage and wayfinding that does tell a story about what the event is all about. So it's the fans in general are really pleased that this event is here, and I guess it's one of those things where at the end of this last year what we've come through, and the interest in sailing in New Zealand is also strong. It's something that a lot of Kiwis are coming up from across the country, not just Auckland, to see and to witness and to experience the thrill of it, because back in the year 2000 and 2003, New Zealand held 2 America's Cups, and it really, back then, it was a massive thing as well. So a lot of people who are around then are coming back to see what this one's all about, and it's fantastic to see those people here. It's just a shame that we couldn't bring in the Americans and the Brits and the Italians to come and support their own teams as well, because I'm sure we would have had a lot of them here to support, but we were not able to.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there, but it sounds really exciting and like a very unique experience. Those are all the questions I have for you today, Brendan. Thank you so much.